This is the 5th day in a row I've woken up to this view. During the day I've been editing videos and that's pretty much it. Let me tell you, I basically live in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina at this point. I have a coffee shop where I recognize the baristas. I drive around without a GPS, listening to a local radio station. Basically moved in at this point, I would say. Now I'm ready to explore South Carolina. So I basically just spent all morning laying around. Glad we got that taken care of, right? One more thing to check off the to-do list. Now, I don't really have a plan for the day. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is visit this really old tree. It's called Angel Oak. I think it's like 120 years old, maybe more. I don't know about you all, but I love trees. Like, I just think they look so cool. There's so many different types. There's so many things to learn. So it's gonna be a tree day. Fun fact about the old van life, I used to really get annoyed with my window covers and like where I was going to put them during the day. But I've just started putting them between my bed and this door. And when I open the door, I have to grab them so they don't fall out. But it's worked well. I'm glad I thought of that. So the fun thing about staying in one place for a while has been, like, I've gotten to know the lay of the land. Every day when I leave that boat ramp, the trees are so cool. Let me give you a little tour. We have some old man's beard growing on these trees. We got some palmettos, and these pine trees are everywhere. Look how cool those trees are. They look like ghosts. Look, that tree is completely decimated. Probably it's a parasitic species. And look at that telephone wire. It's on there too. Oh, South Carolina. You're so cool. Look at that! As I was pulling up, I saw it through the fence. And it's big. It's a monster. Was so cool. Oh my goodness, it was so big. It looked like a monster, like a huge spider. All the limbs were so twisty. They were so big. The limbs that were on the ground were bigger around than me. And the trunk of the tree, shoo, probably about as wide as a car. What's it called? Not diameter, not circumference. Oh wait, yes, diameter. The diameter was the same as the length of a car. That's the phrase I was looking for. 400 years old. Back in the good old days, am I right? So cool. Let's go see some more trees.
the 2:30 trolley. You'll have to fill up your teacup and head on out front. Our 2:30 trolley is now boarding. All aboard.
I was the only one on the video tour, so it was a very personalized experience. But I learned a lot, so let me tell you about how they make tea. This is the only place in the US where they make tea, by the way. In North America even. First, the tea plants, the tops of them are chopped and blown into this machine that puts them in a truck bed, and then they get dropped off over there. And then on the withering bed, I only remember that name because it's right there, they get left out there to dry out, to rest is the official term for it. And I thought that was real cute. Everyone needs their rest, even tea. And then obviously the withering bed moves and goes into that chute. And then on this thing, the rotovane, after it goes up, it gets chopped up into little tiny pieces. And then it goes onto the oxidation bed. And this is where they determine what type of tea it's gonna be. If they leave it here for 50 minutes, it's black tea. 15 minutes, it turns to oolong tea. And if they don't leave it out at all, it turns to green tea. Since there's so many liquid cells in the tea leaf, this is where they dry out. I don't really know how to explain it that well, but it had to do with cells. And then it goes into the dry room where it's dried, I guess. I don't really know technically, but that's where they lock in the flavor, and then they turn it out to be shipped, and the flavor can only be taken out of the leaves once they're put in boiling water. So much science behind it. That was so cool! I got to see my cool trees and got to learn about tea. I'm not a particular tea fan. I guess I am. I like tea and coffee, but it's just cool. Like, I never learned that before. And of course, they had sweet tea samples, which I've been meaning to have since I've been in the South. The deep South. I think I'll head to where I'm planning to sleep tonight. Not going back to my neighborhood, but south of Charleston is beach parking, and it said it was next to a bar and grill, and I was like, bar and grill? Sounds like they have beer and a view of the ocean? You know how pointer dogs point to, I don't really know what they point to. Something they're hunting, I guess? That's like me with beer venues with a view. Beer and beach view? Okay, I'm going.
That means right now is great time to access the equity bond rates are still really low. Loan condos
I am so excited to be here. This place is great. I can hear the waves from my car. I could walk up and down the beach right now, but I think I might enjoy that more in the morning. It's kind of cooling down a little bit. So I think I'll put on some warm clothes and have a brewski on the porch up there. This restaurant place is called Coots, by the way, as in ya old coot. What you would say to an old person if you were trying to imply they were crazy. get this place to myself. What? I'm having Idle Speed Salted Lager by Palmetto Brewing Company. I picked this because I recognize the name of brewing company as something I have had earlier. I take it Palmettos are a pretty big deal because that's the name of this brewing company. The name of the coffee shop I went to, Meadow Coffee and Tea. It's on the state flag, so it seems like a big deal. The beer itself tastes like a margarita. I don't really like it that much, honestly. Oh well, I already bought it. Oh my goodness, that sunset makes you feel like you're living life to the fullest. I mean, that's the correct phrase. Okay, so I'm in a parking lot and the road is over there, the restaurant's right there. So I'm gonna cook right here for a change in my entranceway so no one really notices I'm here. Hopefully. If you ever wonder if I follow Leave No Trace ethics, I just picked up pieces of spaghetti from the ground. So yes. I got everything all situated for the night, and now I'm just gonna edit some videos and relax. It's only just about 7, but what else can you do? It's dark outside. Just before 5, I woke up from a dream and couldn't fall back asleep. And now it's about 7, so I'm gonna go. What do I do next? The answer may shock you. Tune in on Saturday morning.